back talking about synastry, and today we're talking about Mars in the 12th house. We made it to 2 weeks, y'all, talking about synastry on my channel only, all December long. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that means you're not subscribed. That's so crazy. But if you love talking about synastry as much as I do, and you're into astrology, and you have all your crushes and your partner's birth times and their birth charts screenshotted in your phone, this is the place for you, okay? This is your home. We're done with all the moon overlays, so check that playlist out. We're doing Mars overlays, and then we're doing Venus overlays next, all right? So let's talk about Mars in the 12th house. The 12th house represents past lives, so when Mars falls into the 12th house, when you have this overlay with someone, it for sure is an indicator that you knew this person in a past life. And it's very recognizable from like the moment you guys meet. Either the Mars person or the house person gets a first look from the other at a distance. This is gonna be in 12th house settings, right? So like house parties that have no light on, that's a 12th house environment. And the music is bumping and it's hella crowded and it's sweaty. Y'all know what kind of house parties I'm talking about. 12th house places are also institutions like hospitals, prisons, but also where you mentally feel like you're in a prison, right? So high school, that can be a 12th house place. Once you get that first glimpse of the other person, immediate resonance, immediately like, I need to go talk to this person. I need to get this person into my life. I need to just get them on lock, like. But when the Mars person does initiate and strike up a conversation and bring you into their lives, it's immediately clingy. There might be a few canceled plans in between that first meeting and then the second meeting. But once you guys meet up, it's like you can't get enough. You have to continue like ravishing this person. Like it's an insatiable need for their conversation, their touch, their laugh. Immediate obsession, okay, with the other person. And it's more obvious on the Mars person's end, but the house person is feeling it too. Let's talk about the sex for a little bit, because I feel like this is one that can be top 3. Is that too generous? But I haven't even talked too much about the Mars overlays yet. I'm gonna safely say at least top 5, right? I want to say top 3, but let's say top 5 and then I can correct it later on. But it's not even that necessarily the physical feeling is top notch. It's this like spiritual connection. It's this out of body experience. It feels like astral projecting. But yeah, insatiable is definitely the word. It just like tingles on every part of your body, places you didn't even feel like were important, like your forehead or like this pointy part of your elbow. But the house person melts under the Mars person. The Mars person is just obviously just releasing all this energy towards the house person. They're obviously so obsessed with them that the house person can't even stand it for too long. Like they're hanging around the Mars person for like 5 minutes and then they're like, all right, let's get to business. Not to be the other shoe that drops, but it's the 12th house, so there's gonna be another shoe. After you guys have established this like super good relationship, you guys are hanging out all the time, it then starts to become weird feelings start to generate more with the house person than the Mars person. But yeah, for the most part, the house person, after hanging around the Mars person, starts to feel these feelings of resentment, these feelings of jealousy, these feelings of envy, right? And it kind of does start off with lust very heavily and then bleeds into this underlying resentment. And it comes out of nowhere because it's like, damn, I do really like this person. What is it? And it is that the 12th house is bringing up unconscious traumas to the surface, okay? The 8th house is like subconscious, and then the 12th house is unconscious. The 4th house is conscious, all right? But 4th house, 8th house, 12th house, they're all gonna be dealing with some kind of trauma. With the 4th house, I feel like it's more familial trauma, dealing with being on this earth trauma. The 8th house, it's like how we deal with grieving, how we process death, a little bit of how we also, not a little bit, a lot, of how we communicate with our spirit team or ancestors. And then the 12th house, where it's just the unknown, things that you completely locked yourself away from, that you have no bridge to, no access to. So just hanging around the Mars person for the house person, it's like a drill, going deep underground, excavating like things that were years and centuries buried, again with the past lives. It brings up things that sometimes it could not even be your emotions. It could be whatever happened in the past life, whatever happened with your ancestors, but it comes up for you, so you do have to process it. And it's a tricky thing because the Mars person can also pick up on any shift that happens between you guys. And so if this dynamic somehow comes up, if it's not really communicated or expressed, then it can cause this really strong bond to start to have rips and tears. So entering this union, I am seeing the house person a lot more, but I feel like both parties are susceptible to this, and both parties need to be ready to do some investigation, ready to do some deep research, so that they can heal whatever strange emotions start to come up. You have to be very observant with everything that happens between you guys, so that you can understand the connection of the emotion to the trigger. But yeah, I mean, you guys make a huge impact on each other's lives that it's gonna last forever, even if the relationship doesn't. You guys will always keep each other's secrets. And yeah, just you'll never forget one another. So in that way, you're kind of always in each other's lives. So it's a somber, but the success of this overlay might actually be you two both realizing that you're not meant for each other. At the end of the day, we came into this world alone. We're gonna leave alone. And so everything that happens to us on this plane is about our individual journey. So that's always what we have to prioritize. Still, I mean, despite everything, I really love this overlay. Like, it's one of the best connections that I've had with someone, something that I truly cherish, very deep. I love deep connections, But yeah, the next video coming up is Mars in the first. And then, I don't know, drop it in the comments. Let me know which one you want to hear after Mars in the first house. I'll catch you at the next one.